Welcome to the SwimSwam podcast. I'm your host, Coleman Hodges. Joining me today, he is back, and he is back with two more individual Virginia high school state titles today. We're talking to Anthony Grimm. What's
How's
up,
it going?
Anthony? It's going, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. Just pretty much been swimming and sleeping and going to school. All it's been going down pretty much recently.
It's all we can do lately, right? But but luckily, we can swim,
Yeah.
and it seems like you had a good meet to cap off your high school career. You were 19.6 to take the 50 free state title. You were 53.8 in the 100 breast to take that title as well. You had some super good relay splits. Can you take me through this Virginia high school state meet, especially the roller coaster it was of getting it delayed a few times?
So it ended up getting delayed twice. So it was supposed to be on a Saturday, then it got moved to a Friday, and I got moved to a Thursday, which kind of messed with my taper a little bit. I was still happy I got to at least swim, but it ended up being a great meet. Started off with the 2 medley relay. We were in lane 8. It was a race we've been looking forward to for a while because we wanted to be outside smoke. And after swimming breaststroke all year in the medley, I finally got switched to backstroke. So it was just time to let loose, and ended up splitting the same exact to the 100th. What I did at sophomore year, it was 20.87. Felt really good. Haven't been that fast in a while, so that felt great. After that, it was the 50 free, 19.69. I was 2/100ths off my best time. Can't complain. After that was the two free relay, which we killed that. My teammates ended up giving me a lead. We went 123. I ended up splitting 19.24, which is my fastest split by like 4/100ths. I think I've been 19.28. So I was really happy with that. And then 53.84 was also 2/100ths faster than I went last year. So it was. I've been 52.5, but it'll I think the breaststroke will come along a little bit later. But
Yeah,
overall, it was a really good meet. It was at like 1 p.m. So honestly, I didn't feel particularly great, but I was very happy with the times, and I couldn't have been happier. I couldn't have been happier to finish off my high school career like that.
yeah. Can you tell me just about the energy of the meet? At 1 p.m., a very weird time to have a meet, but again, with high school and with swimming situation around the country, we've got to work with what we got. But yeah, can you describe the energy of the meet and just kind of how you felt being with your team?
Mhm. So our meet was in Stafford. It was my first time swimming at this pool, but I liked it. It was a great pool. Um, and so with there being no spectators, it is a little bit different. Obviously, it's a little bit less loud, but honestly, like I didn't even mind. The energy was great in there. You can hear everyone screaming and stuff, and it was just the boys. So I'm pretty much friends with a lot of people in there. So, and it was great. Me and all the Oakton guys, we all drove down in one car. It was a lot of fun, and we all swam really fast. So it was just a really fun meet.
That seems like a good way to end a high school career for sure. It sounds like it was,
Mhm.
an intimate experience, and you came out on top with a couple titles. So heading into this meet, obviously you said that your taper was a little wonky because of those delays. What was the training like even before the taper?
So I think, well, I don't remember exactly the last time we talked. I think it was like November or October or something like that. So I ended up, yeah, so somewhere around there. So I ended up tapering for a meet in December, like early December. It was like the 18 and under winter meet. And then after that, we really started kicking in the training. For us, a lot of yardage is probably around 5 to 6K. So I'd say for most of the month of December and a lot of January was around 5 or 6K. A lot of pace, a lot of underwaters, just a lot of what we usually do. And so it was great. I loved going to practice. It was a lot of fun. Being with my teammates these past 2 months, this year, it's a lot different. I don't want to take anything for granted. So uh, there's these 3 championship meets for high school, and on all the meets we got to do. We're just really grateful it happened.
Yeah. So I it sounds like you were able to train pretty successfully. Were there any hiccups in there at all aside from that 2 week taper? And also, can you tell me about that, prolonged 2 week taper when the state meet kept getting postponed?
Not really. I think it was pretty consistent from early December to until now. So for the postponements of states, so I think the first postponement came like the Wednesday before states. It was supposed to be Saturday, and so what sucked, we had already started like tapering down a little bit, and then that next practice after we found that it was canceled, it was like hard and it was just sucky, and we were all complaining and stuff, but it was fine. But then it happened again the next week where we started tapering down, and then it got canceled in the middle of the week. So we had another hard practice right after that. But then it finally ended up happening on a Thursday, and we ended up tapering from the Monday before that up until the day before. So, I felt pretty good. Other than it being at 1 p.m., I felt pretty good.
Yeah, it's a funny situation looking back. I'm assuming not as funny when you were actually doing those hard practices. Do you remember what either of the really hard day after practices were?
I don't remember exactly. If I'm being honest, it probably wasn't like that bad, but I was just complaining because it was so easy before, because we were doing like 3 or 4,000 before, and then he kicks it back up to like a hard 5,000 yard practice. So it was bad.
Getting your taper interrupted like that is never a fun thing, no matter what the scenario is, or no matter what the wake up practice is the next day. But it sounds like you made it through it. A lot of hard practices, a lot of hard underwaters leading up to that. Just emotionally outside of the pool, did it feel like things were getting back to normal for you?
Honestly, yeah, because besides being out of school in person, I've kind of just gotten used to it. Going to school online and going to practice. That's pretty much how my life was. This like my entire all throughout high school. So just I've been having a great time. I still see some of my friends inside the pool and outside the pool. So my life is honestly pretty normal right now, and can't wait to. It's going to change even more. Like in August when I go to college. So I'm just going to enjoy it until then.
Yeah. Looking forward, you have this big state meet. Do you have any other big meets or focus meets coming up in the next few weeks?
I think so. So I think I signed up for a meet like literally yesterday. I think I'm swimming at this meet I think it's around March 18th or 20th or something like that, where I'm swimming pretty much all my events, all the hundreds and 50 free. So, and I think my coach said we're going to taper a little bit for it. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully I can throw down a good 100 fly or 100 free, 100 back.
Nice. And then what does practice look like from now when you just had a pretty good taper until that meet?
Practice is just going to go back to what it was before. Just we're gonna pound on some training until we don't taper like a huge amount when we do, because we don't do a super like a ton of yardage. So we usually do like 3 to 4 day tapers, and it usually descends by each day of how much we do. So that's like around that's what it'll look like leading up to the meet.
Gotcha. Well, cool, Anthony. Thanks a lot for dropping in and chatting with us about this landmark in your career.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Any parting thoughts before we sign off today?
Not really. No, thank you. Thank you.
You've been listening to the SwimSwam podcast. Stay tuned for new episodes every week. You can take SwimSwam podcast on the go by subscribing on your favorite podcast platform. Look for links in the description below, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos as well.